So today we are playing with a mod with the since the one who watches by it's a port from a Java which it's kind of added on, but this one's kind of about the one who watches. I'm gonna keep it normal for now. Let's put that in there. Why the heck is vibrant visuals on? Let me just readjust this quickly. There you go. There you go, much better. I don't really like the vibrant visuals, so let's continue like this. I'm gonna playing I think I'm playing in easy mode right now, so yeah, that's kind of one of the things that I'm just making it easier. So I can barely craft that. Interesting. I'm guessing I'll probably be more active at night because I have watched a few videos on this, a few videos from another content creator on this, except the only difference is that they are playing the original and not the Bedrock one, so not sure exactly how this is going to be different, but so I'm just kind of going into this basically blind, so I should get this tree as well because I do think I will want it as well for later because after all, trees are gonna. I think wood is gonna be very important for building. It's probably gonna be not gonna be a good idea to stay in one place for too long, so, since this thing will probably spawn near me. So I'm try to keep it. I should might grab some birches in case I need some building blocks I can throw out. Besides, I just do it for the crafting recipes. I might try to do this eventually with a friend as well if I can. Nope, not me to do that. Oh, here's a zombie already. Two sheep. Always gotta get the sheep here. it could, yeah, it could, because it could be very useful in the future. I kind of wanted to find one of these structures that it was talking about, if I can. So I shall get, I shall find something here. If you see anything I missed, please post the timestamp and the coordinates, please, because where it was when I saw it. So that way, if I want to, I could go revisit it for later. Over I see a village. Is that a ruined portal or something over there? Well, I think I see something over there. That does not look like something you do normally see. So I'm gonna head over that way. I know some of you probably be mad at me for not getting stone this early, but I just want to go get. If I think going to that village will be more important in the long run, since that I can actually get access to resources. I don't really know when this thing spawns, as I possibly already mentioned, so I just know that it's gonna spawn at some point, and I'm presuming it will spawn at nighttime, since nighttime is when most mobs spawn, so. But then again, I don't really know much about this mod. Actually, I'll get stone here, since this will probably be the best time. I'll probably hear sheep. Hopefully I can get that soon. Without too much difficulty. There you go, got that. That should be close by, yep, right by me. I have enough for a bed, which should be very helpful for staying up night. Yes, this is a new structure, because this doesn't normally happen in the 3, and then right by the blacksmith too. Nice. Not sure if they're supposed to spawn like that. I should have got 2 more pieces of rope, so after all, why not? I'm not playing with keep inventory just for the sake of... Just because I don't think you guys probably not be happy about that. But if I decide I'll only turn on keep inventory if absolutely necessary. I can turn on day 43. I'll grab this. I'll grab the stuff here. There you go, got the bed and stuff. Let's read the book here. Okay, so that's a camper or someone like that. Or another person who theoretically would have been on this world before I was. I don't know much about the lore, but I know those add to the lore quite a bit. Why are they a lot of these right beside each other? Is that normal to get this many of those? Or they just randomize, or do they spawn randomly? Because there's 3 of them all the way. There's 3 of them over here alone. Oh, this is not normal. That's like basically a Herobrine shrine thing. I'll take the redstone torches though, because after all, why not? Hopefully this does not piss it off. This may have pissed it off a bit, and this ain't pissing it off a bit, because I don't know what that's for. What is it? A chunk of those. Need to go around the other side just to get this. I'm presuming that's the same kind of. That's like by the same guy and about the same thing, so I'm not gonna bother reading that. Why is there so much around this particular village? Grab these as well, because I thought I might want these for later. So most of these appear to be spawning in the exact same way, so I'm guessing these are kind of just randomly spawn, maybe? Let's sleep tonight for a little while, and let's sleep the first few nights, maybe. So I'm not going to take too much risk early on, because I do not want to... At least I have a spawn by the village, though. Not sure if I saw that. Not sure if it was there or not before, but he probably was there before. For a second I thought I saw something, but I'm just trying to be cautious about this thing. I'll craft myself a helmet now. Are you not supposed to be a complex AI, so you're going to try to maximize the amount of performance I have? So, like, even if it's just... Okay, this is getting a little weird, because that's all it is. Amount of, just why is there so many of those? I don't know when this thing's gonna become active, so that's the main problem of it with it. Oh, put the crafting table in there, not what I wanted to do, but okay. I don't know, I don't think I was there before. Bunch of gold, I'll take that. Never mind, I thought it was a glitch on that one for a second there, but I guess it was actually still there. Day 43. Let's go find somewhere else that we can just do a bit of exploring for now. So I want to kind of get to know what's kind of going on in this world, with this tomorrow, so I might try to sleep a little less, but so that way I can actually, see it, maybe. And I certainly want to see if I can find one of the if there's any more of the how many different structures there are, if it's just those two kind of structure over and over. I know this one's apparently supposed to only typically, this one typically spawns above ground. The problem is I don't know where it's supposed to spawn. How often it's supposed to spawn up above ground. I might do one with the cave dweller soon, just because I know that one's supposed to spawn more, and that one might be a little more interesting than this, so... Some coal, I will definitely take that, even if it is only one piece. Let's maybe head over there, since there's a plains biome that way. I may not see everything, so please let me know if you're missing anything in particular, because after I have not played this mod, I don't know really what to look for. So please, if you know anything about this mod, or about this mod add-on in particular, then please let me know how it reacts, how it will be the signs to look for. So I really do need to know exactly how this thing will act when how it can react and how it will act. You have to kind of figure out how to avoid this thing as well, and what I can do to survive it if it decides to go all out ballistic and try to kill me. But so I'm gonna need to know how to avoid that. So that would be another thing that I would want to know. Let's continue on this way and see if I can find anything good. Oh, there's a ton of coal here. I know some mod's supposed to be slower than the cave dweller, so that might be something. It may be boring at first, so. I'll try at least to play until I see it, or do a video on it until I see it at least once. That's gonna be my goal for now. Actually, at that way, because I think I saw another plains biome, which probably will have more interesting things than that. If you guys could let me know exactly what. If you guys let me know exactly what times of day this guy spawns, then that would be also useful, or if it can just spawn at any time of day. Also, I've done a bit of research about it, which apparently it cannot, you cannot even, apparently even Netherite armor cannot stand up to it. So that could, so I have to just hope that if it decides to engage me, then I just hope that, I just have to hope that it cannot, just have to hope that I'm able to avoid it, or escape from it, or that it will just happen to let me survive. Actually, I head to the bathroom while I can, because I do need to head to the bathroom quickly. So I'll be back shortly, and hopefully nothing spawns. I am back. So doesn't look good thing that the pause. Oh, good thing that it doesn't. Good thing that the pause feature exists. 'Cause that thing could have easily popped up out of nowhere and killed me while I was gone. So as I mentioned, I do not know anything about how this thing will react. Or how this thing acts or how it will react. So I'm guessing it. Should I set to normal? Actually, I need to readjust my glass, so I should be able to set pawns. Yes, from now on. There you go. It did waste a bunch of time in the bathroom, but which I will make sure I get at least as much content as possible to keep things interesting. I don't mind if you guys skip until the post that when I'm back from the bathroom, since I don't know exactly how long I'll be in the bathroom for, so. And from the looks of it, it seems like does she make it typically spawn? Oh, good thing I did not hit one of the lily pads there. I'm kind of hoping I could spawn during the day, since it would at least make things a little more interesting to watch, since it kind of would be boring, honestly, if it could only spawn during the night. Make sure I get as much coal as I can, because that's why I will probably want them for torches at some point. Oh, yep, that's him. Yep. He spawned already? Hi there. That was... Hi. I'll boop him. Get underwater. Okay. That's right. Yeah, you just gotta figure it out like that. Just like that. Let's get a furnace down and start cooking some of my food for now. Hopefully you get and forward instead to the side because I don't want to risk picking up. Good. I'm mostly relying on apples for now, since that'll probably be my best bet to getting good to surviving. So got a bow, it seems. At least you got one glimpse of him. So does seem he spawns more commonly. Does seem to be like he spawns commonly during the night. So considering he spawned first thing during that night, so that gives us a good idea of what it'll be like in the future. That way there is very useful to know that that it typically spawns either in the dark or at night, since that'll give you kind of a general time frame of when of how to avoid him and how he spawns. And considering the fact that he can run on top of water, now I know if I have a magma block, which I have a bunch, he's above water, and I can actually place down a magma block, crouch, and then that way I can hide from him with underwater without having to worry about oxygen. And that's that pulls him down. That could be a problem. But if he stays on top of the water, even above a magma block, that could very much save me from him. So. Good thing in my down here, because I would have missed that bit of coal right here. Let's check how much we're selling it. 36, that's... Well, I do want a lot of cobblestone, since I will need a bunch for my tools. Is that me who made that noise? The fact that he spawned right behind me, though, practically right where I was before, it's kind of crazy how he did that. On the first night, I did not sleep too. It's a good thing I decided to stay up that night because that provided a whole bunch of useful information for later. Since I will want to know, since knowing how he reacts and how he spawns and whatnot is very useful for knowing how to avoid them. Since knowing how to avoid him is one of the best ways to survive him, or it, I should say. Since the one who watches is probably more of an it than a. The heck? I think he's stuck in the ground or something. Stupid. So I think we just confirmed that he can spawn during the day, apparently. And it appears he can get stuck underground, which is kind of funny to me. Thought I was underwater. Thought I was underwater to kill the chickens, but I guess it wasn't. It must have been lava. Guess the one who watches has been grounded. So I'm guessing the fear thing means that the more you encounter them and the more hallucinations you encounter, the more likely he is to spawn, maybe? Like, I don't really know much about this but that's just a theory. Seeing if I... You're done? Thank you. I can have some... That's the end of it. No, at least can have some quiet. So if he can in fact spawn during the day, that could be problematic since, you don't need him to be spawning behind me or anything like that, especially if I'm building a house or doing something that now there's something to put up, but at least you know that on day 2 it gets interesting. It's getting more and more interesting the longer I stay, the longer longer I'm on the world, so that's a good thing to know. I'm pretty sure, I can be quite sure it has something to do with the fear meter. There's a village I visited, so let's go. There seems to be not much over here, so let's go the other way now. I'm gonna use that village as like a center point. Need to keep an eye out for him, or it, I should actually say, since it's more of an it than a him. So I'm definitely gonna need to watch the distance to see if he's off in the distance more, because after all, he is probably gonna be kind of stalking off. I might see if he's off in the distance and I don't really notice him. Please let me know, because I do not want to have the time to go take my time and looking through all the footage I have just to find out and see if he's looking at me or not, or just find out all the times that he's staring at me. Because I'm not gonna go around just kind of going around just for the sake of trying to. Or those could be useful actually. Those could be very useful. Let me see those.
No.
Exactly, I just took half my health. It's kind of shows how kind of was that's definitely was a warning shot though. 'Cause that's all that was kind of risky. If I can get my friend on to a war like this, then he will be. I can bet they will be pretty startled or terrified for that because of that. I'm guessing it's more of a time thing because I know this boss seems to be more of a time thing since it is a stalker one. So sun's going down. So now if I hear that bone cracking sound, that means he's probably or it is nearby. Or that's quite likely that it is nearby. I probably want to dig into the ground or something for the night since it does seem like it is a night thing. So that's probably the best way to avoid it seems that so far it's only spawned during the night, but the time it's spawned during the day, it got stuck on the ground. So okay, at least have a bit of light now. Need to cook up so the iron and that. Should be craft a chest plate with that. With the 9 pieces of leather, so there we go. Got a full set of leather at least. Better than nothing, I suppose. Not really gonna bother wasting my iron on tools. I'm just gonna go and use it for things that I'll probably want for in the long run, like a iron pickaxe and a sword maybe. It probably wasn't a good idea to whack it with a sword or so. I'd say it's probably what triggered it maybe. Or it's either that or getting too close to it. Probably getting too close to it mostly. It would be an absolute jump scare if it just if it just fell down through the top there. There you go. Seeing it is a stalker mob, it wouldn't be a stalker, and um, it wouldn't be too surprising if it could disguise itself as a mob. So I think it'd be a good idea to head this way for now. At least I have ways to avoid it. Even if I think pillaring might be one way to avoid it. So, or just running. Running is probably my best bet. Or running and pillaring are probably my best bets. If I pillar, I'll probably have to make sure it cannot climb on top. So that way, because if I don't pillar and it block its a pathway up, it could end up it could enable it to get me even if I'm there. So far, peaceful third day. Hopefully it does not spawn during the third day, because after all that would be a pain. Yeah, usually it's supposed to be pretty good, so I'm guessing it can. I know the kid. I mean, I'm not sure. It didn't say much about it, but I know the kids can learn how to do things. So if the AI for the one who watches is anything like that, then it could learn how to climb and break blocks, which would be absolutely terrible. And open doors, which would be absolutely terrible for me, because after all that, I'd have to deal with that. That's a water cave right there. For the cave, the little video, if I do the cave, I think it's a hallucination or something. Come on, really? I thank God that was actually just a hallucination, because I would have had to run like the wind if that had actually been it. If that had actually been it. So that appears to be one of the hallucinations. Since I'm pretty sure if it actually did it, so running at me, it would probably give me a doubt and stuff like that, as you saw when I first approached it, or if you actually watched to that point. Like, if you think this is not scary, then you should probably try playing it for yourself. Unless you have played it for yourself, and that's the only time when you can say it's not scary, because it's definitely at least nerve-wracking because you do not know much about how when it's gonna spawn, unless you already have practically memorized its mechanics. So, oh, fell off that. It's a good thing that it doesn't surprise me that it's a hallucination, since it did not really get. Well, I'm pretty sure my camera just shifted a bit. The other camera, like the in-game camera thing, that. So I'm pretty sure my view twitched to the left a bit. I'm not sure if there's anything out here still, if it's still out here or not, but come on, really? Has to be that there. It's why I hate sometimes hate the forest biomes, because after all, you have so much of the leaves. It's kind of annoying. Hope there's another village. That's good. That means I could use that to hunker down. Hope there's another portal too, actually. Let's go get to the nether portal and then head to the village. And I mean as soon as possible. And I want to do that as soon as possible, since I don't really know when nighttime's gonna be here. I don't know exactly when it's gonna spawn next, so I'll do my best to try to avoid it if I can. My first goal is to avoid it, and second goal, if I cannot avoid it at some point, is to just not die. Like that are my main two priorities: not dying and avoiding it, which is the one who watches. The one who watches is the one I want to avoid, but the hallucinations aren't mine. But I know going into the cave could be a very big risk. Day 43 again. believe that the point was that way, so just keep an eye on my surroundings. Nothing apparently. Or nothing yet at least, so. I might eventually do one with both. Don't really need that wool just yet, so let's put that down. I'm gonna use the bread as my this bit of bread as my this bunch of bread as my main food source for now, so that way I don't have to waste too much of the more short of hunger or the bigger the more valuable ones. So. Golden apple, thank you. Trust me, I'll definitely take that for certain. See how much of the gold ingots I can craft into one. Okay, I'll put the rest into there for now. I'll need my axe for that, not my pickaxe. It is supposed to be a stalker one, so I want to pay attention to my surroundings a lot, as I've probably already said multiple times, so. Might try to stay at least for a second night, or at least see it again. Let's keep my inventory clear. So far, it cannot seem to spawn during the day. I thought I saw something there, but I guess it was just a horse. Peanut the horses, yeah. The only player that cannot break blocks, that would make it a nightmare scenario. Let's take shelter inside this house and hope that, see if it spawns, or it spawns. But actually I'll set up part 2 quickly, so thank you guys for watching part 1 and see you guys in part 2.